So we have
Mm-hmm.
sand mafia, we have water mafias, we have land sharks. They're so beautiful names, right? Land sharks.
Exactly.
So, so all these uh, things which is actually prohibiting citizens to coming on the lakes. So they really feel that okay, we will protect the lake on the Twitter, we will protect the lake on the Instagram, but
But it actually needs the person to be there. Just
protection on the
tweeting
ground
wouldn't
is
help. Yes.
protection on the ground is really needed. Otherwise, it may be possible in the future we'll see the lakes only on the Instagram and Twitter. Everybody is very much interested to do the plantation.
Mm-hmm.
But after plantation, whether the sapling has been survived or not survived, what has happened, nobody is interested.
Mm-hmm.
Not the citizens, not the government. So in those situations, just protecting those 2,000 saplings are actually taking a lot of hard work for me. And then I have to go to a lot of collectors, JHMC commissioner in 2016. They helped me actually a lot, and I'm really thankful to. They guided me. Everybody is in the way that okay, why you are doing Madhulika? Are you earning crores out of it, right? Are you getting money out of it? Why you are doing? So people think that if you're doing something that you are getting money somewhere from, that's why you are doing it. तो अगर if people have seen that इसराइल से टेक्नोलॉजी लेकर आएंगे एंड वी विल डू द लेक रेस्टोरेशन इन इंडिया, जापान से टेक्नोलॉजी लेकर आएंगे, बट अल्टीमेटली वी शुड नो अरे बाबा इट्स सो इजी. So to accept that easiness or simplicity is very difficult. We want that everything should be अरे something technology लगाएं यूएसए से और जुपिटर से लेकर आए. So that is how we become like that.
Hello, this is Joey, your host, and welcome to my podcast, All That She Wants. My Earth, My Responsibility is the motto of Dhruvansh, started by Madhulika Chaudhary with the intention of saving the death of planet and civilization. A woman who is zestful, aggressive when it comes to preserving nature, she conceives the quality of turtle, who is tough, firm from outside, soft, sound, and responsible onto inside. Today, I welcome Madhulika to my pod, All That She Wants.
Thank you. Thanks, Jyoti.
You're famously known as Lady of Lakes. As a conservationist, why did you choose to work on lake restoration?
Jyoti, when it's come about the environment, when you talk about the protection of earth, when you talk about climate change, global warming, so many of the words we are continuously using nowadays. And you find out that many people are now have a voices towards environment, but still I find that lakes are still ignored. And when I started working on the lakes, I really find out that whether you want to work on water, whether you want to work on earth, soil, whether it's your culture, like especially if you talk about the India, right? So in India, it's our life starts from the water. When a child born, right, it's the first thing which we puts in his tongue is the Ganga Jal, right? And when we die again, we have the same thing. So water is so much important. Apart from that, in all our cultural festivals, in all our marriage, weddings, anniversary, birth anniversaries, everywhere it's a water which is very much important, and that water which is in the lakes, which is in the rivers, and is still somewhere we are finding out that we are ignoring them. Even the people who are interested for the birds protection or reptiles protection, snail protection, everything. I mean, the lake is the wholesome where with the you have the cultural recreation, you have the festival recreations, you have the ecosystem, you have the tourism. So I really feel that just if we protect one lake, we will be protecting all these things in one go. And it's not only the biodiversity but a complete civilization of the human. So if we really feel that if those who are very much interested in working for the environment, working for the protection, just take one lake and you will find it out that you are protecting everything: the plants, your birds, insects, reptiles, everything will be there. So in those situations, the lake restoration, I really feel that this is a very good job. Apart from that, yes, it is difficult for being a woman because it's a field job, but sometimes I really feel that I'm chosen one.
Mhm.
Right? When I started, I have not planned anything. Um, it was just like that. Sometimes the Neknampur Lake. has decided that okay, Madhulika will be taking my responsibility, and from there it's started that my earth, my responsibility, my lake, my responsibility. So I learned so much from the lake, and the lakes have the capability. I mean, this is how you call the prakriti, right? We have a prakriti, we have shakti, and these all are the things which are typically focusing on the development of women. And the lakes, I always consider them as the living entities, and they are there from the years for taking care of us, and they are still in the future for us, and definitely our whole life is attached to them. So working on the lake is working for the humanity, working for the women, working for the cultural restoration, environmental restoration, everything.
So there are how many lakes in Hyderabad?
So if you talk about in the GHMC limits, we have 185 lakes. If you talk about HMDA, we have 2200 lakes as per the notification. There are many more lakes which is maybe not notified, but as per the government records, these are the records which says. In the morning, I just telling that if I have just 185, I mean now the percentage of the Hyderabad is 3 crores, and out of these 3 crores, if I get just 185 people to protect this lake, I can actually protect these lakes and bring the lake restoration in the manifesto of our all the politicians. But the bad part is, or the sad part is, I do not have the 185 people only out of the 3 crores who really want to protect the environment.
What is stopping, or what is the barrier that we are not able to get 185 people?
Hoops. Reality based questions. Okay. Uh, Guys, one thing is that, like in the Hyderabad, it's a metropolitan city, right? We have a good amount of the migratory population. That is one effect, but that is a kind of excuse. Ultimately, we are all citizens, right? It's whether a population is migratory or non-migratory, we cannot judge in that way. But yes, the real estate where the rates of the Hyderabad is growing. In fact, I am continuously reading in the newspaper that real estate in the Hyderabad is growing faster than any other city in the India. So that is one of the reason. And apart from that is the more ignorance, because what happened, we have now many laws, right? We have many acts also where we can protect the lakes, but the issue is that somebody has to report about that lake, somebody has to say that something wrong is happening with that particular lake. So that is somewhere I really feel that citizens have to be aware about it, right? They should know that it is there under duties of a constitution 51A article, where at least they have to report if something bad is happening. But the problem in the Hyderabad that people are in fact not reporting, right? They are just thinking that okay, we have just given the taxes, so everything will come by their own. It is not like that. Taxes, what we get out of the taxes are rights, but still, as a parent, as a citizen, as a human being, as an environment, we have a duty towards our city or country. So in those situations, I really feel that where somebody we are lacking, and that is why none of the politicians have our manifestos. The same reason why, because they also feel that citizens are not that much interested. So these are the few things where I really feel that people are not coming back. Apart from that, yes, we have again
But
reality check. We have mafias. So we have
Mhm.
sand mafia, we have water mafias, we have land sharks. They're so beautiful names, right? Land sharks.
Exactly.
So so all these uh, things which is actually prohibiting citizens to coming on the lakes. So they really feel that okay, we will protect the lake on the Twitter, we will protect the lake on the Instagram, but
But it actually needs the person to be there. Just
protection on the
tweeting
ground
wouldn't help.
is
Yes.
protection on the ground is really needed. Otherwise, it may be possible in the future we'll see the lakes only on the Instagram and Twitter.
People are happy that way. They just
People are
go
happy.
click, post it on Instagram,
Yeah.
and happy about it, and not coming forward to do something about it.
Yes.
Okay. What drew your interest and continues to motivate you being a activist? Like, what's fueling you and continuing you to fulfill your dream day by day?
I really feel that I have two boys, right? So when I started working, they are very small. One was 4 year old, the other one was 8 year old. So I initially this was really an unknown environment to me when I started the lake restoration, and I have many events when I have cried a lot. and I really feel that, oh, maybe this my decision is wrong, right? I have taken a wrong decision. So such kind of the events have many times happened in my life. But whenever I see my kids, when I see my sons, I really feel no, being a mother, right? This is how I have to teach my kids to learn how to protect our environment, to protect our country. And this is way, sometimes I feel that if we all want our child to be Shivaji, like, right? My son should be like Shivaji. But in those cases, I have to become Jijabai. And Jijabai is very strong personality, as we all know. So in those cases, if we really want that we should have a good son, in that case, we have to go with all those harsh realities to make our kids good citizen of a country, fruitful citizen of a country, and not a load for the earth.
Okay. In simple words, if you can explain what lake restoration is.
The lakes are divided between the rural lakes and urban lakes. This is one definition. Our other word is called the seasonal lakes and the perennial lakes. So earlier, if you go in somewhere in the village or you go 100 years back also, the lakes used to be the rural or the seasonal lakes, means the water used to be during the monsoon. And the once the monsoon has gone away, you will not find the much of the water in the lake. But now in the lakes, all throughout you will find the lake because they have the perennial lakes and they do not have this mixed sewage water, fresh or rainy water or sewage water mix, or maybe the pure sewage water. So that is one kind. So if the same way the lake restoration is divided, that if you are doing a lake restoration of a rural lake or you are doing for an urban lake. So my expertise in the urban lakes, which is filled with garbage, which is filled with sewage, which is filled with many invasive species and definitely real estate and many threats. So that is how the present situation of the lakes. Now, if you have to start the lake restoration of the urban lake, definitely I request that if we do not have a garbage, right, which is very big threat, the even the bigger threat than the sewage water. In those situations, the plastic which is choking the lake, these should be definitely removed, which is continuously I'm telling to all the people that at least the water is secondary because water has a capability to actually, this is called a self cleansing of the environment, what we call a ayurvedic treatment, right? If you have a tree, it will heal itself. So in those cases, if you leave the water, whether it is sewage water or it's a fresh water, it will heal that as well. But when you throw the good amount of the garbage in the lake, right? When you throw a good amount of the plastic in the lake, it is totally non-healable. So in those situations, the plastic has to be removed, clearly removed. That is one thing. Apart from that, if the sewage is coming up, it should be treated one. It should not be drained. The lake should not be drained. The sewage should not be diverted. It should be treated one. And apart from that, I really want there a word on your podcast I'm introducing first time. This is called a zone of influence. So we have to make a lake where its effect is going, right? And affect zone of influence means how many areas, till what area it is affecting, and it is affected by both the ways, right? It is affecting or affected by, and accordingly we have to make a demarcation of that particular lake and start the lake restoration. So somewhere you will find out that where the maps we have at present, we are working with the irrigation maps which is given to us. But I really find out that irrigation maps have not actually marked the zone of influence of the lake. In those situations, you will finding out that during the rains, the many buildings are flooded, right? Because though they have the permission lanes, but they are actually in the zone of influence of the lake. So in those conditions, we need to come out with these kind of the findings when we have to start the lake restoration, that how much the lake is affecting and affected by. Apart from that, the lake has a upstream as well as a downstream. So we need to see that how the inlets are there, how much the inlet outlet are there, whether they are choked or not choked. So this is the basic engineering that we are doing. Now, what happened? Like suppose in the Telangana, since we do not have a Lake Act in India, we do have Biodiversity Act, we do have Water
Just
Act
in Telangana, or we don't have it in India?
all over India. Okay, right. We have Biodiversity Act, we have Environment Act, we have Water Act, right? Water Pollution Act as well, but we do not have a Lake Act in India because the lake is still the lake. People, even I go to the awareness sessions and they do not understand the difference between a lake and river. So there are many situations where if you go to the coastal areas, the lakes and the river somewhere, they are connected to each other. So many people have a confusion. So I do not know how the boundaries have been defined and the definitions are still not clear what is a lake. So maybe that is one of the reason why the Lake Act is not there, but we do not have a Lake Act. So in absence of any of the Lake Act, we are just following a GO 168. And Geo 168 says that if the building is constructed, if it is just 30 meters away from the FTL of the lake, which is actually a very stupid idea. And that is how we are actually killing the lake by this. Yeah.
So the Geo
168.
168, was that taken out by government or?
Yes, it is. It is by the. It is again, if you want, the construction and the building rules of the Andhra Pradesh government in the 1896 somewhere, 1986, I think. Sorry. So that was that time. This particular geo has been created, and we are following the same geo without doing any changes. Which I feel that we should do some changes now at present, because when this geo was created, maybe the population of the lake, population of the Hyderabad was very less, but at present the population is growing. It is actually not growing, it is busting. So in those situations we definitely have new geos.
So, aren't there many people working on lake restoration and hence we do not have any act? Because it's quite obvious when there are many people who are opposing such dirt or environmental issues, there would be more and more people coming in. But I see that there's nothing much that's happening.
Yeah, Jyoti, what happened? Like I'm talking about the Bangalore also, because Bangalore, Chennai, I'm actually active in many states, other states also, and seeing how the situation is happening. So one thing is that the Hyderabad is a very new state. So in those, that is one of the reason maybe you are finding very less lake conservation. But apart from that, what happened that the cities like Hyderabad or the Bangalore, which has grown um, upside very highly on the basis directly, we have the skyscrapers or the concrete jungles. On those notes, I have find it out that many people are coming with the lake restoration, but since in absence of the laws or there is no will of the government, I'm finding out that they are not getting the permissions to work on the lake, because ultimately a lake is a public body, right? It is not my personal body that whatever I want to do it. So in that case, we need a permissions, we need a government support. We cannot do it just alone. But in the Hyderabad, I'm finding out that government is giving a lot of permissions for the organizations to come. So in the Bangalore, I have seen many lake conservationists or restoration lake restorers. But in the Hyderabad in case, in 2019 when I got my first award, I find out that many lake conservationists has come up, but within the 2 years, everybody has gone. The same reason, right? Because people or the government, we do not have a zero support from the government. So that is one of the reason where I'm finding out that working on the lakes, the real estate is something really dangerous, right? It's not. And apart from that, we do not have laws, and the public is also not that much interested. So lake has become a topic where nobody is interested, right? So if nobody is interested to take that topic to a very high, just case take a case of my only, right? Neknampur Lake I've started restoring from 2016, and now it has become 8 years, and still I'm not satisfied with my own work, right? Because I do not have areas to touch. This is patta land, you cannot go over there, right? This is this particular land you cannot touch here. So how, without just going around the boundaries, right, I'm not allowed to touch the lake all from the all sides. So in those situations, I'm really finding out the lake restoration. Apart from that, what happened? The people are still applying those measures of the lake restoration technology, which has to be done on the rural lake development. You understand? So irrigation department is working. How we know that how a lake has to be restored in a rural areas. But that is not the same case with the urban. So people need to understand that urban lake restoration, or the government need to understand that urban lake restoration is completely different with the rural lake restoration. So it's not just making a bund or making a weir. Lake is much more than that. Especially when we are considering in the urban lake areas or the metro areas.
So, what was your first major project and what were your challenges in delivering it?
So in 2016, it was the Neknampur Lake, which was I was really able to do it because it was half kilometer away from my home, and I started working on that lake. Uh, so I find out that it was we have done very small plantation of 2,000, only 2,000 saplings under Haritaram
Hmm.
on 11th of June 2016. So that was a very small project, right? That time I was not even taking care of the complete lake. It was a very small project I have taken up. And just to give them the water and just to have the monitoring of those plants have become very difficult to me. Again, the people are anywhere. Again, I will not say that it is only a issue with the Hyderabad, but all over India, everybody is very much interested to do the plantation.
Mhm.
But after plantation, whether the sapling has been survived or not survived, what has happened, nobody is interested.
Mhm.
Not the citizens, not the government. So in those situations, just protecting those 2,000 saplings are actually taking a lot of hard work for me. And then I have to go to a lot of collectors, and the collector Ranga Reddy and the JHMC commissioner in 2016. They helped me actually a lot, and I'm really thankful to. They guided me. They tell me how to actually handle all these things situations. And even the commissioner of HMD at that time, they again supporting me with this. Okay, we will try to fund you in the future if there's something comes up. So slowly, I have come down, and I'm finding the solutions for that. But this is true that I have to find a solution for all the problems by myself.
Mhm.
Right, this is and 1.5 year at the Neknampur Lake. I don't have a single volunteer when I started working. It was
Okay.
only my two kids, which is who were volunteering me. So that is how we have to do it. But yes, before that, I have done some programs in the schools. So I used to invite the schools and the school kids. I told them to fill up their bottle with the water, and they come, and then we used to do the watering.
Mhm.
But that is again momentary, like that is not a sustainability.
So, considering the work, what's happening now, I would understand how big is your team now, currently.
Yes, so as I told that it started with me and my two kids, but now actually slowly I got a good amount of the support, and as such 11, because what we have done, we have trained the fishermen of that particular village. Earlier those lakes were actually freshwater lakes, so those people used to do fishing that, but now when these lakes are converted into sewage water, they cannot do the fishing, so they have become a kind of jobless people. So now we are giving them the job, we have trained them. So that is the 11, that is called the ground level team, right? So my team is again divided into three types. So we have ground level team, middle level team, and again the higher. So middle level team, it comes to volunteers. So now I have really a very good volunteers. So you can say more than 5,000 volunteers in Hyderabad. So in those situations, minimum, if I am doing on the regular basis of the cleanup drives, which we do, right? Because every Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday, basically now I'm working on the Moon lakes and I'm contacting. So every lake will have at least minimum 40 volunteers at present. Even I started like today in the morning when I started working, so 6:30 I have 25 volunteers, which was in fact not expected. Even it was unexpected. I was not expecting that morning 6:30 I have 25 volunteers, but yes, I was very happy. So in those situations when I'm doing a programs all over the Hyderabad, right, I'm getting a very continuous support from the volunteers. So that is a middle level team. And then higher level team, then when I said that, yes, so in the higher level team I have advisors, right, and core team. So core team we have 5 people, and then we have advisors which are 12. So in those situations I'm actually working in this particular manner, and that's how call it as a pyramid way or whatever you can understand. So this is somewhere needed. So when you work with the lake, you need experts, right? Because again, the lake is again the same thing. You need a bird expert, you need a dragonfly expert. So in those situations, people are coming up, and lakes are actually representative of the climate change. I do not know how many people you understand. So climate का हिंदी word है जलवायु. So again, the climate is nothing. You have to start with the gel. It is you have to start with the water. So in those situations, all these things we are working. So slowly, yes. In other states also we are making. But the biggest problem what I'm finding with the lake restorers, other and how I am doing, and why my proposal has been selected by Niti Aayog from last 2 years. The reason being is this, that we are not just restoring the lake but trying to maintain it. And when you are maintaining a lake, right? So I always say it's a lake treatment with a community treatment, right? So you have to restore the complete area, right? Where the people, I mean, 10 kilometers of the area where the people are staying, you have to restore. Then your lake will be sustainably restored. To sustainably restored, that means that it should not become zero. I mean, once you have restored
You
and you
have
have
to keep
left,
working on it again and again.
yes. So if you restored and you leave it, it may be possible within 1 year it becomes zero again. So it should not reach to
It's an
that
ongoing
position.
process.
It's an ongoing process in present scenario, where we do not have any lake act, where the people is not interested, government is not interested. If we have a better environment in the future, then definitely the lake restoration will become a little bit easier.
So my team, can be few volunteers from our end.
Thank you.
Probably we
Yeah,
will join you for some of your drive.
please do.
And if there's anything, you can mention it to us. Because I feel sad about the fact that you mentioned there are 5,000 plus volunteers, and we are still not able to collect 185 people who can be a part of the lake.
So there is a difference. The again, there are two types of citizens. In fact, three types of citizens, right? So, first type of the citizen, I always say the WhatsApp warriors or Twitter
Okay.
warriors, right? So, good enough. We need the social media. The other type, okay, they are coming on the lakes for 2 hours, Saturday, Sundays. Good enough again. But the third type of the warrior, which is really called lake warriors, and they really want to bring a change. Seriously, still I'm looking for.
That's what will make your team.
That's what will
Your
make
core
a
team.
what will bring a change.
Okay.
Right. So bringing a change means facing a lot of resistance. So that is something still people have to inculcate, that change cannot come just with a happy, happy face. That we have realities and very bad realities sometimes. And that is how, and uh, just imagine, right? Suppose if you have a cancer, do you just feel that giving you a ruabza will actually sort
Treat.
it out,
No,
right?
it wouldn't.
The years of the things will possibly when you will actually get away with your cancer or any kind of the big diseases. So, and that you need a lot of patience. Actually, those, if you talk about the cancer survivor, it is more about their inner strength, right? Rather than the medicines or the chemotherapy.
Though there might be a lot of people surrounded, it's a inner strength, it's a personal strength that would
Self
make the
motivated.
person come out of it.
So, self motivated people is still are very less. Let's see in the future. I'm finding out that from your team, I will have few people.
Definitely, we will look forward for us.
Thank you.
So, no good work can happen without hardships and criticism. What were yours?
Jyoti, this that was actually surprising for me that if you do a good work and still you have to face so much of the resistance. That was really when I started working in this particular field, I was thinking just I'm just doing a plantation, right? It's a very simple thing. I'm not doing, but I really find out that people even object to for that also, that why you're doing restoration, why you're doing plantation, what you want to, how money, from where you are getting the money. Okay, you are coming from somewhere outside, so that means you want to do encroachment in Hyderabad. Everybody is in the way that, okay, why you are doing Madhulika? Are you earning crores out of it, right? Are you getting money out of it? Why you are doing? So people think that if you're doing something, that you are getting money somewhere from, that's why you are doing it. So that is the first question the public asked, right? The second question is that if you're doing a lake restoration, that means that the people who are on the real estate side, which actually want to encroach the lake, right? They are definitely not happy. And in the Hyderabad, if you go to the Manikonda, Narsingi, these used to be the villages. Just 5 years back, these used to be the villages. So all the sarpanches of those villages now are the real estate people of that particular area, and definitely they won't like you. So in that case, I got information from many of the officers when they say that Madhulika, you are eyesore to many, like because you and then people are like that. Okay, you have done the lake restoration, na na jao yahan se, ho gaya lake restore jao. And they do not like that I'm maintaining the lake.
तो वो
Right.
लोग को पता नहीं है लेक रेस्टोरेशन एक बार करने से खत्म नहीं होता है.
ये थॉट प्रोसेस नहीं है. पीपल फील कि भैया कंबल बांटे अब जाओ, है ना? कंबल बांट दिया, खाना बांट दिया, तो नाउ यू शुड लीव. Why you are checking that what we have done with that kambal, what we have done with that food, right? So if you are staying in there and you're checking that your kambal is not misused, they will not like it, right? So the problem is that I'm standing over and checking and monitoring everything. right? And I really feel that if I'm wasting a single rupee, I'm actually exploiting the environmental resources. So with such kind of the thought, people actually do not like me. They feel even when the people used to come for, even today only, in fact, if you are coming for my and drives, I'll just give the water. I never say that you have to come here for a party and do a food drives and all those things, right? Just you have come for a shramdan, do the cleaning drive, just have a water and leave. Why you expect me that Madhulika sandwiches खिलाएगी कि drink पिलाएगी? So that process people are not liking, right? They have a habit that if they are just going only for the photography, also they should give something in return. So that is one thing. Apart from that, as I told, that real estate encroachment and then invasive species, and then what happened even with this political issues, what they wanted that okay, you do restoration, but after that you leave. You don't have to be there because what happened slowly, now I'm involving the people of that particular village. Now I'm skilling them. You won't believe that in Hyderabad, above 40 years, right, there are many people who are uneducated. So I'm now trying to educate them. So educate them and relating them with the environment. Because why? If you just, again, the simple thing is that if a lake is restored, the whole area can become a self-sufficient. So if the whole area will become a self-sufficient, फिर वोट किसको देंगे? So in those situations, it is very much necessary that environment has to be disturbed, right? Nothing should be actually proper. So with so much easy, and then my lake restoration is again very low cost. So people again don't like it because they want that lake restoration should be very complex. It should be very high cost. तो अगर if people have seen that इज़राइल से टेक्नोलॉजी लेकर आएँगे एंड वी विल डू द लेक रेस्टोरेशन इन इंडिया, जापान से टेक्नोलॉजी लेकर आएँगे, बट अल्टीमेटली यू शुड नो अरे बाबा इट्स सो ईज़ी. So to accept that easiness or simplicity is very difficult. We want that everything should be अरे something टेक्नोलॉजी लगाएँ यूएसए से और जुपिटर से लेकर आएँ. So that is how we become like that.
Okay. So earlier in your conversation, you had mentioned about mafia. So have you also received threats, any kind of threats that was coming from any different bodies because you're doing a great work?
Yeah. So what happened at the Neknampur Lake on the downstream, right at present? So we have 150 tankers, which is illegally filling up the water. They have done the bores and they are filling up the water, right? And they are selling it to Hyderabad. I think you are also getting the same water from the Neknampur Lake only.
Okay.
So somewhere I complain against them, and they really so that is a water mafia, right? Which is in the downstream of the lake, not directly in the lake. So as per the Volta Act, this is illegal if you do the bore well without any permissions, and then if you take out the groundwater in a very large number, there is a quantity how much you can draw the water. So they are not going any such kind of the norms. So I complain against them that this is something. So this they come at the lake and they literally threatened me and my team that we will all kill you if you again complain against us, right? We have again, I'll tell you
And
part.
this was coming from which part of the body?
On this particular podcast, I do not know whether I can take the names or not. But yes, whenever something is happening, it is happening with the with some officers, which is counseling them and helping them, and then citizens also. So it is a collective effort. It is not a single effort. Apart from that, when I have done the plantation, which is now the 1 lakh plantation at the lake, I started with the 2,000. So people, because that plantation is actually protecting the lake. What happen if you do the fencing? So in Hyderabad, the fencing can be shifted in just one night, right? So just they shift the fence in 10 meters inside the lake, right? So that they can create their building outside the fencing. But if you do the plantation, they cannot shift it. So people call me that I have encroached the lake by doing the plantation at the lake.
So that it doesn't go out of Madhulika's reach.
Yeah. So in that case, the recently we have the 40 saplings, 40 plants which is under the plantation at the lake, and they were planted under the Haritaram. They were taken out. This is just last year's story only. So just in the one night, because they know that 24th and 25th is Christmas, right? 24th was Saturday and 25th was, I think, Sunday, whatever. Yes, obviously. And it was Saturday, Sunday holiday. So the encroachers find out that this is the prime time to, because no officer will come up. It's a holiday time, and they removed. They totally cut the 40 trees. So again, when I complained, I directly call from a politician of that particular area. That Madhulika, you don't have to complain on this, right? It would be very nice if you leave. Apart from that, at the lake we have a very big 206 government patta area. So it is just attached to the FTL of the lake. So whenever there is a construction is coming up, and many people are trying to encroach continuously. So I got the call that Madhurika, it's a government patta area. Why you have to protect the lake? You are just protecting the, talk about the lake. This is, I always say, this is a part of the lake. That's why I'm protecting. So in 2020, right, I started because, right, in the school it is taught to us that India is my country. I think you all have learned, right?
Yes,
This
the
is the
pledge.
pledge, right? India is my country. All citizens are brothers and sisters. So that means if India is my country, so this lake is mine, right? This plant is mine. This tree is mine. So I am the citizen of. So I called this lake as my lake. So one of officer, they put a FIR. They are going to put a criminal case against me because I started calling the Lake Nampur Lake is my lake, and they consider it that Madhulika has encroached the lake by protecting the lake. And after that, I have to give them in the written this pledge. India is my country. That is why I'm calling Nampur Lake as a my lake. So every park, every human being present on present inside the India is my person, right? So you are also mine. Actually, you don't know, but you belong to me as well. So that such kind of the thing has happened. Then in 2020, somebody reported that we are growing ganja plants.
Okay.
So they just reported
Inside the lake.
inside the lake that we are planting or we are growing ganja plants.
So when they come up with such accusations, do they have some
Though didn't
proofs?
no.
No, they just come up with random.
They random. They my 11 people were there. Just they snatched the mobile of everything, and they told us that we are from this particular task force, and we got a call from this, and they literally beaten up, and my all people were actually swelled a lot. And after 1.5 hours, they told that it was a false call, and they left.
And then did you put a case against them?
I do not have any proof because the problem is that we don't our all mobiles and everything everything has been snatched.
So this all happened at Niknampur Lake.
It all happened.
So do you have cameras around the lake?
After that, we got the sponsorship, and we have put up the cameras, and now the government has put up the cameras. But after this incident, I realized that encroachers can go to the such an extent, right? My in fact, two of my volunteers were literally bleeding. And then in 2022, there was an officer who was actually talking to, because we have now from so many of years when we are fighting with the encroachers, that encroacher know me very well and I know very well, right? We have become face to each other. So in that case, so I find out that one of our officer, and they were talking to the encroacher, and they have decided something. So my one of my volunteer took a photograph, right? Because I told my volunteers that whenever you find out something fishy, you have to take the photographs. So in those situations, she just took a photograph, and the officer snatched her mobile, right, and literally threatened her that I'll spoil your camera and everything. And then 3 hours, that particular officer, she fought with us at the Nekanampur Lake. And after that, I called the police that please you take this officer from here. Right. She's just wasting her time and just wasting my time. And that way. Then we went to the officer, and we both did FIR against each other. That's how. So this is very commonly happening that officers are coming up because the lake, the Neknampur Lake has a very prime spot. Apart from that, the land prices have gone very high. It is India Pakistan border. Half is in Hyderabad district, half is in Rangareddy district. So I always say the same is happening. What is happening at the India Pakistan border, the same is happening at the India Neknampur Lake as well. Right. So nobody wants to take the responsibility of border, but everybody claims it also. So this is how the situation, what how we are suffering.
So why is government not focusing on lakes? Why are lakes being neglected and they are facing destruction?
Guys, sometimes it is good, sometimes it is bad. But if we take the Kalishram as our pride project, that we are bringing the water from 250 kilometers or so much far away distance, and we say that we need a technology to bring the water, then in those situations we don't need lakes. Then if we have a logic sense, a total logical sense, then in those conditions we should say that we do not need a technology, we do not need the water from so long. We can actually make I mean the amount which has been spent to actually bring the water from so larger distance is just a half of the amount can be spent to actually take care of these lakes, and all the water can be recharged, and we will be much full of water what we are facing. So now the Hyderabad roads has become a new lakes, right? Especially during the monsoons. The lakes have become a new upcoming dump yards, and we are taking the water from 250 kilometers and 300 kilometers. How much sensible this is, you decide.
When you say dump yards, can you explain it?
Yeah, now suppose the lake is there and my home is there. Why should I pay 100 rupees or 50 rupees to the GHMC? I will throw the garbage from my window into the lake. That
Okay,
is
this
one way.
is all done by the educated people of our city because Manikonda area, if you talk about, it's all apartments and all educated people, corporate going people.
So this is not the only story of the Neknampur Lake, but all the 185 lakes in the Hyderabad. Apart from that, I always say, guys, that you need to understand that the lake is a representation of that particular area of a civilized society. If you feel that you are civilized, but your lake, if you feel that you are educated, still your lake is in such a pathetic society, such a pathetic condition. So in those cases, just realize that how hypocritic and pathetic you yourself are, right? Not to blame anybody, but this is the reality. This is a reality. We boost many things. We boost that Hyderabad has become such a good technological city, Silicon Valley, pharmaceutical, whatever, right? But what is the ground level reality? So the first, I really feel that you need to understand very basics, right? You are a daughter, right, and you have a mother. So do you want that relationship had a technology in between? Why? We are in the science. You should have a technology while talking to your mother.
I think technology kills a lot of things, but in relationship, the more simpler, the more better. Why complicate things? Technology is not needed everywhere.
So you are a new lake restorer now. That's a
Trying to be
simple
one.
thing. That's a simple thing I really want to understand. That this is Earth is our mother, right? And mother will never be do something. Just assume. I would not blame anybody, but just assume that suppose your mother is in ICU, right? And in that situation, do you go to the GHMC for help? Do you go to the international organization for the help? Or do you say your padosi should come? Or do you say, अरे यार मैं अकेली क्या कर सकती हूँ अपनी माँ के लिए? Will you give such kind of the statements? You just go and you have to protect your mother. That's it, right? Why we have so many of the excuses? अरे मैं अकेले क्या कर सकता हूँ? अरे मैं तो मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है मैं क्या? Do you really feel इतना? अरे GHMC है मैंने तो टैक्सेस दिए थे.
Do we need money to save lakes?
I feel little money, more passion, more care. Yes, definitely. For everything, we need money. I won't say that we don't need money. But if you have a passion enough, and if we have many volunteers which are very strong willpower, I would say zero money is needed. The money comes up when we do not have, or people do not want to do the physical work, right? And nowadays it is happening, right? We are more happy to do the cycling. But if you ask somebody to go and pick up the garbage, oh my god. So that's the situation in that. We talk about so many things about the health, But if you just tell them to come in the sun, right, and have a vitamin D directly, oh no, no, that is not at all interested.
So, have you tried doing connecting entertainment with environment? Like right now, we are talking about cycling, and people would love to go for cycling rather than picking the garbage. Picking garbage, or it's more like a drive, it's more like a walk, more like cleaning. It's a lot of exercise that happens. You walk, you pick up things. So, can you club entertainment and drive together?
I tried actually many times, Jyoti, and I'm
Mhm.
continuously trying. Actually, now I decided. Earlier, I was very much passionate that everybody has to pick up the garbage, but now I'm making the sections. Like at the AIC, I have started cultural programs, right? So we have a team which is bringing up with the environment, and we have a team which is doing the cycling also. So many people are coming up, but what happened? Reality sometimes na it's again I'm using the same word that देखो त्रेता युग में something was different, right? Okay, Ram Bhagwan has come up. Do you really feel that the same that Satyug will come and Treta Yuga Krishna will come and they will do it? No. So here the circumstances. Now I need more people to actually pick up the garbage. But yes, few people for the cycling, for the dancing, for the singing. Yes, right. It was not. So in those situations, I need more direct. So I always say it's a kind of passive volunteering and the active volunteering. So we need active volunteers in a little bit more percentages, but definitely we need the passive volunteers also. Right. So it is a ratio which is decided. But the rate of the pollution it is increasing. I need the more active volunteers. The problem is that मुझे घर में भी कुछ नहीं करना, मुझे बाहर में भी कुछ नहीं करना. तो in that particular note कुछ भी नहीं हो. I always say, guys, those who feel that I'm very much environment educated and I'm highly person. So I always say that from your house, your garbage, your sewage, your carbon dioxide should not come out. In those situations, you also don't come out. But if your carbon dioxide is coming up, which we are exhaling, your garbage is coming out, and then your sewage is coming out, then you also have to come out and take care of the whole environment.
Who is it easy to educate, the adults or children? Because now, while you're having a conversation, I understand these are all educated who people who are not wanting to be a part of it. So, who do you think is easy to educate?
Kids, definitely,
Mhm.
right? So, like with the schools, I'm doing a lot of programs. So sometimes what happened earlier, I used to feel no, the more and more adults we have to involve. But now I feel that maybe at present the students maybe directly cannot participate. But if I able to put a seed in their mind, maybe in the 10 years in the line, they will be actually participate. Right. So in those situations, it has to I have to do a seat to put in all these school students and the college students, but that they at present situation it may possible they cannot be an active participants because of their parents, because of their studies and many other things, right? And the negativity. So that is also because we all feel अरे इंडिया में तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, right? इंडिया में तो सब वेस्ट है. So that is also some taglines which is rotating very faster if you just start doing anything. But yes, I really feel that if the mothers, right, if the females start actively working or participating, that will put a very strong effort on the mind of the on their kids as well as to the husbands also. So again, I request and I environment is something, right? Again, I'm telling you that it is something where we need more female, where we need more women, where we need more household people or household women, and they have a power to actually change completely their families, their kids, their husbands. So that is how now I'm actually indicating also, or you can say targeting as well, that if more and more women will come in this field, I'll find out because they are a little bit more emotional also, as I told you. They have the connect. Yes, they can understand. And males are something like that. Okay, we have to be more practical, and practical means money. Only the practical comparison is just the money, nothing else. Otherwise, I never find out anybody is practical in India. So I say that we have more Chintamani, we have more Raichand, right? We have many Gyanchand,
Okay.
but actually we do not have a doers. So I
That's what
sincerely,
we are lacking. You're doing a commendable job. Has your work been recognized? If yes, how?
Uh, yes, Jyoti, in 2019, I got the National Water Award from Ministry of Jal Shakti and Government of India. And in fact, I'm still the only organization who got this award from, especially from the South area. Uh, After that, I got many state and national awards. And this league is listed now in many international journals as well. Plus, 2022 and 2023 are very good years as we are, you can say, listed in the Niti Aayog as the best restoration guidelines throughout the India. So that is something which is definitely very good because I really wanted to create a Indianized model of the lake restoration. I do not want to copy any Israel model or any Japan model, but I really wanted to. So in that front, yes, I'm happy. But still, I feel that when all the lakes of the Hyderabad will get restored, that is a award for me.
How many lakes are you currently working on? You mentioned that there are 185 lakes in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
How many are you currently working on?
In Rangareddy district, I have worked actually 25 lakes, but at present, I'm maintaining and restoring three lakes in Hyderabad. It is the Neknampur Lake, Mushkicheru, and Barlakunta. So Novatel Lake also we have done restored and we have maintained them for 2 years, but that was the contract with them. Jubilee Hills Pleasant Valley Lake we have again restored, and we have maintained only for 1 year, and after that the community themselves are maintaining.
Okay. Where do you see yourself few years from now?
I have a dream. I really feel that I, being an Indian citizen, and I want that as we praise the Israel restoration project, as we praise the Japan restoration project, I really want the Indian restoration, water restoration project should be on the number one in the international people,
Okay.
and all over world should learn that how the India has restored, where we consider the water as where we pray the water, where we worship the water. So in those conditions, I really want that I want to represent my country on the international where we as a Indians, how much beautifully we have taken care with connecting with the culture, because people are continuously telling me that those who consider water they have done the restoration better, and we as a Indian citizens who are actually praying the water but still we have not taken up. So I feel bad. So in those situations, yes, it's a long line. Apart from that, I do not know whether you know that when we under the colonial time, there are many water bodies who were sold, especially in the African continent, and they still, even after the independence, they do not have the right on their water bodies. But in India, since we worship our water bodies, we were not ready to actually sell our forest and our water bodies. So still all the water bodies are under government control, Indian government control, right? No, I mean, neither the French or the Britishers have their control on our water bodies. It is only due to the reason because we worship them. But somewhere the cultural degradation and the water degradation is going together. So if we have to restore them, we have to restore both the things. We have to restore our culture and we have to restore the water body. So this is a very beautiful connect, right? That culture is water and the water is culture. So we have to just whatever the laggings are there, the loopholes are there. I really want to remove them, and then I really want that yes, Ganga is everywhere, and yes, the lakes are everywhere, and as we always say, Jalam Rakshite Rakshito.
Okay, if you can explain that.
So that means if you protect the Jal, Jal will protect you. Right. So this is a mutual. In those situations, we need to understand that if we are going to protect the water, and that is how the ages is happening in India. That's why all celebrations are happening in India. Because somewhere we know that the water is the most important thing. And if we are going to protect them, the water is protecting us. And that's how our life will be always there on the earth. Yeah. That is my dream.
So, what could be sustainable practices in one's life that would impact in a broader way to the environment?
Yeah. Apart from that, I hope in the Hyderabad also we are following the Tadi Chatta Podi Chatta. We have to segregate the waste. We have to compost. Right. These are the basic things. We can create the bioenzymes, and whatever the water inside what we are getting in our homes, the taps should not be leaked. we should have a water harvesting pits, as we used to do earlier, right? Again, I do not like the fashion of the 24 hours water. If we have the importance of the water, I really love that in India we have a time when the water used to come 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours. It's a way which teaches us that the water is actually important, right? The water is just not a commodity, right? Water is not a sellable thing. I don't know whether you know, it's water has memories, right? Water is the only everything, I mean anything which is present on the water from the last, you can say 7,000 years ago when the Rama was here and now we are here. It's all the memories we can actually get it from the water, and that's why it's called the renewable energy resources. So we have the water cycle on the surface of the earth, we have the water cycle below the earth surface, right? And that is how we are getting the water again and again, the same 1% water which is drinkable, right? Otherwise, if it is not possible, then all the water would have a sewage water and we do not have the water on the earth. So the water cycles is a renewable energy which is telling us, and that's why we are actually praying, which is existing. If you remember, then we used to have Krishna. I always say that he is a very big activist in the Treta Yuga, and that's why he told that we should not pray the Indra, we should go for the Govardhan because that is a mountain. So that is how our civilization has the facts where we do which is needed for that particular civilization. So in the Krishna told that we should stop praying the Indra and we should start praying the Govardhan Parvat because we are getting the medicinal and the food and everything from that particular mountain. So that is now the time has come up that we need to understand that it's only the God which is present on the earth is in the form of the water. And the moment we stopped degrading our water, that's why I hope you know, I always say that the Ganesha is called the wisdom god, and our wisdom god we are actually draining into the water, which is not very good water. So if you drain your wisdom in the sewage, what will happen to your wisdom? That is what is happening at present. So nothing is bad, the practices have become the bad. So we have to restore our all our festivals, our culture, and what is the needed at present situation, not what is was there at 100 years ago or 1000 years
Do
ago.
you think this can be controlled?
Yes, if we love our kids. The problem is that again we love coaching centers more. We love IIT more, we love NIT more. The moment we start loving our kids more, we will definitely work for the environment, because we should know that environment is nothing like just spirituality and the meditation. And if you doing a meditation, you are restoring everything. You are restoring yourself. So the problem starts again, the self, which you say, that we have to come out of this mind pollution. The moment the mind pollution has reduced, you will find out the environment pollution is reducing itself slowly, slowly. So these are the few things we have to do regularly.
Wow. We learned a lot from what you have, like few things that I wasn't aware of. And lake, we just looked it like a body of water, but it has so much to give and take. Was very interesting to learn and know about.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madhulika, for taking some time out from your busy schedule
Thank you.
and sharing your valuable experience on how to protect nature.
Through this podcast, I really want that more and people should be aware, right? And they feel that this is a responsibility of everybody. And until unless we are awakened, right? Until unless we start doing something, we cannot bring or we cannot expect our future generations to do it. So this is just not being a citizen, but as a parent, we have a responsibility towards our the future generation to give them a beautiful environment. Thank you.
Before we conclude today's episode, I have a thought to share. We humans are the basic ones who are destroying nature. Let's together care for environment and make the space a better living for ourselves and future generations. Together, we can and we shall. There's a beautiful quote by W.H. Auden. Thousands have lived without love, but none without water. Let's together celebrate this and follow it. Well, I promise to get more inspiring women in my upcoming episodes. Please keep liking and subscribe us. Catch us with new episodes on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get to hear our podcast. And subscribers on All That She Wants.